Igboho calls for investigation of herdsmen attack in Oyo, Ogun communities. Yeah, so we've heard recently, I think that was 2 weeks ago or thereabout, or last week, where herdsmen have entered Oyo and Ogun bush again and have started killing people. And along the Amoteku commander that went there to, to handle the situation was captured and beheaded as well. So it is a very terrible situation now that the herdsmen and the Fulani herdsmen are back into Oyo State bush and Ogun State bush. So in response to all of that atrocities being committed by those people, the newly released Igboho has spoken. I know he was released recently from Benin Republic prison, and now he has moved to Germany to reunite with his family. Now he has spoken from there. At Thailand, he has given them ultimatum to leave the Oyo and Ogun bush, or they will face another round of reprisal. Now he has called for the investigation of the herdsmen attack on those communities. So let's dive into the details and understand what the message Igboho is trying to pass to those people. The Yoruba Nation agitator Chief Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, has called on security agencies to fish out and prosecute herders who allegedly attacked farmers in Iwere Ile of Oyo State and some communities in Ogun State, respectively. So Igboho, in a statement on Sunday, said farmers in Yoruba land and in any part of Nigeria deserve safety from criminal herders and others who will not allow them farm in peace. So the statement read, "We are calling on the police and the Department of State Security Services, DSS, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and the Nigerian Army to address the security breaches now before the situation gets out of hand. We are saddened that the killing of our farmers innocently eking their living have started rearing their ugly head again. This worrisome development calls for sober reflection, bearing in mind the current hardship in the country. The recent ambush and killing of operatives of Amoteku Security Corps, including other security agents who were trying to restore normalcy in the Iwere community, after the suspected Fulani herdsmen have murdered our kinsmen in Iwere, must be investigated, and the culprits must be made to face the music." Exactly. So those were his messages. While we commend Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde and his counterparts in Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, for their efforts to ensure peace and healthy development in their respective states, we are challenging the heads of security agencies to act now before the situation worsens. Exactly. However, while we believe in the peaceful coexistence in Nigeria, regardless of tribe, religion, and political cleavages, we are issuing a 7-day ultimatum to Fulani herdsmen killing of our people in any part of Southwest to vacate our communities now. This warning is very important. We are not going to take laws into our hands, but they must leave. Exactly. For now, we have belief in the capability of the federal government under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu to ensure and guarantee the safety of lives and properties, particularly farmers in Nigeria. We must not tolerate any act that can further push up the prices of food and other edible commodities. We are also appealing to Oyo and Ogun State governors to, as a matter of urgency, deploy more security agents and architectures to all the flashpoints where there is increase in Fulani herdsmen, farmers clashes for peace to reign. Nigerians and our farmers in agrarian settlements need security presence now so that they can engage in small or large-scale farming activities for food production. These killings must stop now for the benefit of all. That is exactly what Sunday Igboho had just said. So the truth remains that this nonsense has to stop. I think the only reason these people are coming up is because they feel that Tinubu is their own. Okay? They feel that Tinubu is their own. That is the truth. The only God knows the kind of agreement Tinubu has signed with the Northerners before they supported him to become the president. And the Muslim ticket Tinubu agreed. Only God knows how he went into that agreement. So, okay, because Fulani believe that anybody coming to power must be somebody that will protect their own interest. So before they signed, I'm sure they must have agreed. Tinubu must have agreed to protect their interest. But where is Tinubu today? Is he truly in charge? Can he fulfill all the promises? But why is these people coming now to the southwest to start their nefarious activities again? Because probably they believe that Tinubu is continuing from where Buhari stopped and will also protect their interest. But is that going to be possible? We don't know yet. So the fact remains that Tinubu must take action to make sure there is peace in the southwest. Okay. Of all the parts in the country, I think after Niger State, it is the southwest they have entered now to go and continue what they're doing. And not in southeast, because of the way they have been repelled, the activities there have been curtailed badly. And again in the south, they tried it, but they are not surviving. So the only place they can survive is the southwest because of their Muslim affiliation between the Hausas and the Yorubas. So I'm sure that is what is giving them confidence to do that. On the other part, what can Igboho do? That is another question people are going to ask. It was this fight that made him to go on exile, that also made him to be arrested in the Niger Republic. So is he going to come back and continue this fight? Or is he going to do it remotely? Or is he going to come back home to continue it? If he comes back to continue it, will the military forces protect him? Will Tinubu protect him? I doubt no. Because I think Igboho is also in the Tinubu's bad record because of how this guy fought against the Fulanis under or against Buhari's interest when he was in power. So, because Igboho is also agitating for Yoruba nation, I don't think Tinubu will support that. So, somebody has said in the past that Igboho cannot be supported by Tinubu because Tinubu doesn't like him as well. So, but the question is how the ultimatum, 7 days ultimatum that Igboho now has given to the Fulani herdsmen, how is it going to be affected? What if after the 7 days this will strike again? What is he going to fight? He has said in the ultimatum that he is not intending to take laws into his hands. But what are they going to do if the 7 days ultimatum expires? Because it came like a very serious warning. It came like if it doesn't happen after 7 days, if they don't leave something, whatever that happens to them, on their own. Even though he has said that he's not going to take laws, or they do not intend to take laws into their hands. So what can Igboho do? Has he finished recuperating? What is the state of his forces? Okay, both his physical and spiritual forces that he used to fight in the forest, are they still available? Are they still legitimate? Or are they still credible? Are they still, which word do I use? The potentials. Okay, are you sure he's not that spiritually impotent? Can he fight again? Is it the Igboho we used to know? Those are the questions that people will be asking now. Is Son Igboho the Igboho we used to know? Because if it's the Igboho we used to know, he would have probably disappeared from Cotonou prison to Germany. But he couldn't do that. What about all his charms? This is the big question. How come government forces are stronger than charms? Nobody has been able to answer that question. People will use charms to do everything, but when government comes out with the government forces, charms run away. So why is it like that? That's the big question to answer. Okay. So that is the message that Igboho has passed to the government and the security agencies and to the Fulani herdsmen operating currently in the forest of Ogun State and Oyo State. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.